I've been an interim for 6 years now. My most recent project with some barristers, and that was very entertaining. 50 bosses, they're all self-employed and it's all their business.
What particular challenges did it throw up for you?
They each, even though they come together and work as chambers, they are all self-employed, and so they do think that their practice, their fee earning is the most important thing. And so the challenge was to work with each of them, but to take them on the same journey. They wanted to have, the original brief was they wanted a new website, but actually it was a lot more than that. It was about creating a position in the market. The legal services market is changing dramatically.
It sounds as if you were brought in almost as a troubleshooter in that interim role. In that sort of capacity, do you find that that is the way that some companies use an interim, and is it the right way?
I think it is. You often hear interims say, I have to hit the ground running, which is a overused phrase probably, but it is true. You come in, you tend to be overqualified, and you have to get the job done. You have to make an immediate impact and be seen to have an immediate impact as well. I think that's the important thing.
Within all positions of interims, the expectation from the client is high. In this particular position, I imagine extremely high. How did you deal with that? It's very high, and I think what helps me is to get in there very early and get a quick win. And in this case, it was just a very simple project. It was an email shot on a particular subject, and the results of that email shot beat their previous results, and so it just gave them confidence that I knew what I was doing, and that then gave me the confidence then to continue with some of the other things which were more complicated and more would take a longer time rather than just sort of an email that you can get the results in 24 hours. But I think all roles are tough in that you're expected to make things happen. You don't have the luxury of time that you would do as a permanent employee, and so I think that's the tough bit, is you get in, you have to understand the culture of the organisation very quickly and really work out how you're going to get things done in the way that suits that organisation, because it's not just about you getting things done. You have to leave a legacy, because you are there for a period of time, 6 or 9 months, and then you leave. And so it's really important that the organisation can then carry on with the work, and that you've already handed it over well before you leave. With a permanent role, you have a lot of time to plan for an assignment. With an interim, you've got to get in there and get the results very quickly. And so I find getting a very quick win gives me that sort of breathing space to then plan for the more complex parts of the role. And what about the support you get from BIE within that as well, within the placement? How much is it important for you to know that they understand you?
I find it very important. It's really good to just be able to phone them up and just check in on every now and again, just to have somebody, because as an interim you work on your own. I am on my own. So although they're not an employer, it's still somebody, a friendly voice at the end of the telephone to talk to, and just have a chat about the assignment and what's going on and what's happening in the marketplace.